Alright guys, so we are back for another Shichiga summon, and this time around we are taking a look at the support Gyan. It's going to be a purple unit, so I have already done kind of like a pre-release showcase over on JP side just to kind of let people know alright how this unit kind of function as far as the kind of forcing the enemy to lock onto your armor unit for the first 15 seconds. I definitely say if you guys are somewhat competitive in the arena meta, just because you don't feel like you want to lose 6 match per day, do that for like the whole week straight. I get it, because arena is kind of like that one thing that's kind of keeping you competitive alongside with some other player, where it kind of makes the game fun. So if you don't want to end up losing every single time for forever and until this unit kind of get a little bit phased out, well, you're gonna have to get Gyan over here. So yeah, that's kind of the problem with this unit, because they are, not only are you having the enemy units focus on your armor units, your armor unit actually take reduced beam damage, and you can actually stack this alongside with full armor unicorn, the blue one, to get more just damage reduction via the EX skill. So if we talking about how cracked this unit is, I think this unit is one of that, right? So there's definitely no doubt about that. And even Xeon Force affiliated unit, they get extra damage reduction as well. So I think it's simply if you guys are somewhat like in the arena, like you guys do want to secure a decent spot or you just want to do good in it, I feel like this unit, for in some form of fashion, it will help you improve, like either in your offensive, meaning you're fighting the enemy, or just defensively, you can just surely win a lot of fights, right? So I think that's what this unit is trying to do. And I definitely have to say, even in JP side, it has to last for a very long time. And even now in the JP environment, this is still a unit that is a force to reckon with, either if you're talking about an arena or if you're talking about some of the harder, just normal content in JP. I think this unit just comes up from time to time. I personally have even used it in JP, depending on the content where I need Gyan to force enemy to focus on my O, and it works out fine because the O wants to take the hits, and after that it's about EX skill left and right, and it's all good, even though it's only for the first 15 seconds. But that first 15 seconds can be a life or death situation where you can either win that normal content or you just die. So I personally do feel like if you guys do have the diamonds, this has to be a unit that you want to at least put one copy, just for the sake of things. Whether or not you want to go in for the transcendent skill or the potential unleash, I think is definitely left to be desired. I don't think it's needed, because the transcendent skill does nothing else for you. Increase accuracy, increase projectile, and then EX skill gauge restore. That's kind of like the bare basic for every single unit out there, so it does nothing to you. The potential unleash is not as important as what people might think, but I argue if you guys can afford it, I mean, it is kind of good extra stats, meaning in arena you're less likely to get one shot at by EX skills or just anything. So I would definitely say it is still kind of warranted in a way. So but yeah, I definitely say wholeheartedly, I think this is a unit that I am going to be recommending, despite the fact that this is a standard, given how the track record is for global as far as bringing back unit into like the tickets, the selected tickets. I'm not gonna trust that, because I feel like they don't put those really good unit into the selected tickets, like Shar's a Goon. It never made it into the anniversary ticket selector. So I would definitely, I will believe that this unit will not be added on any other one. So if you're not getting it right now as a featured banner unit, the chances are getting it later on, and it's just gonna be very hard. So if you guys do have the diamonds to spare, definitely do go for it. The weapons on here, they are going to be doing a range, proximity, and range, but don't mind too much about the actual weapon itself, because it is not going to be doing any hot damage for you, just because of any support type unit, they generally don't. In arena, you might still find this unit pump out maybe like a good fraction of a damage, but I will not solely rely on the damage produced by Gyan, because You know, this is simply a unit to aggro the enemy to your tanks, so I wouldn't believe in that. As far as the pilot, we have MQ. That's how you pronounce his name. I would say skip it. Don't even bother with this pilot because as a support type pilot, they are fairly basic. Their only job for a support type pilot is they give you the EXQ gauge recovery. This particular description ability can be found on literally every support type pilot. So if you do skip it, that's cool. You don't need it because you do not need to pop an EXQ for Gyan to do good. So you can definitely skip it. The only thing that is of value is actually the increased HP because that will allow this unit to probably survive a 2 or more better than if you wouldn't. But I wouldn't, even still, I wouldn't really put my faith into like, oh yeah, go for the pilot because you need it. I wouldn't. The Xenon Force affiliated, when dealing damage, you can stack it. I mean, you can virtually find that on any pilots out there, and this is to range. You can probably replace that with like, I don't know, the armor ray from Zeta series, the one that pilots the modified Richter J. You can use that as well. No, sorry, that's from Moon Gundam, right? Yeah, that's from Moon Gundam. Yeah, you can use that pilot as well if you are specifically targeting the increased range stance. Like I said again, Gyan is not going to be producing any good damage, so even having a pilot that's pumping out range stance stackable one, it's not going to make the biggest difference. So having a designated pilot does not really mean a whole much. So you guys can definitely, if you guys are trying to go in, definitely save every damage you guys possibly have for this unit, or rather than going for the pilot. So that is just kind of my 2 cents on it. But I'm actually going to be doing a multi or two, and you guys can definitely let me know that in the comment section below. If you guys want me to do a dedicated 7-minute video, I don't know if I really want one. I'm kind of having like the same debate as I had for the Sharzugu, which turns out to be one of my biggest mistake by not pulling on this unit. But I definitely say, even if I don't pull it, I don't feel like I'm gonna have a terrible time in arena. I think I should be fine. Famous last word being saying that. But I guess I can do a quick multi right now because I did finish the mission. So I mean, maybe we did see some download, but I'm not gonna have my hopes high, right? I want to have it, but no, we got it. We got it. We got it. So the game decided to give me a Shars, the Sasabi and New Gundam animation on a banner where I do not care about. Yeah, this don't you know the game just loves to troll me every single banner. So sure, I mean I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain about it, but like, bro, you couldn't do that for like a normal banner, like a normal limited banner. I don't know, bro is trolling me. Literally. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, I can't even be hype about that. I just cannot. Like, should I say like, wow, I got it? Like, should I? Do I need to say it? Yeah, that animation really swores me. Literally. Wow, 2-in-1. Y'all gotta be big mad when you guys see this. I'm sorry. I am. Like, I say I don't want it, but me over here, I got 2 copies. So, well, I guess we could take a screenshot of that, and then yeah, I mean, I think that's a good way to end things, right? I think. But there you guys have it. Hopefully, you guys have just as good of the luck as me. Hopefully, you guys I hope you guys can pull it with your tickets. You guys don't even have to spend your diamonds. I hope that on you guys, alright? So don't be like me and pull it on the actual diamond, and I hope that you guys will be able to pull it within those 3 tickets, and you guys can save yourself some diamonds for whatever the next limited banner is. But other than that, it's been the best of luck that I have so far, and I'll be catching you guys all in the next one.